Hello, and welcome to Liberate Your Life podcast, a place where we come together and explore Ayurvedic wisdom, holistic healing, and spirituality, empowering individuals to explore their true nature and transform their life. I'm your host, Melinda Reese, Ayurvedic practitioner, Panchakarma specialist, and founder of Tahoe Ayurveda. And I am here to help you transform your life. Hello, greetings, namaste, happy winter solstice, holidays, and the coming new year. Thank you for joining me on Liberate Your Life podcast, season 2, episode 23, Welcoming the Darkness. Welcoming the darkness. I want to get really intimate with the darkness and welcome it in and explore what the darkness is. It has so many ideas and so many things wrapped up in it, and they tend to be negative, and the darkness is the perfect balance to the light. And within the darkness we learn so much about ourselves. The earth needs it in order to balance out the seasons. And so this welcoming the darkness is, how do we turn towards our most inner yearning, our soul's calling, our deepest foundational soil that is at the core of our essence and our being? And how do we become deeply intimate with that? Because when we become deeply intimate with what lies in the dark, we begin to bring light consciousness into those dark spaces, illuminating the dark, and then there are no more shadows, right? So shadows, when we talk about shadow work, is bringing the unconscious into the consciousness. Shadows are there in the dark. When the light shines through, then we can see what we're working with. So when we turn towards the darkness, when we get comfortable with the night, when we get comfortable with those things that are there within us, if we deny, reject them, then we never get to reclaim our wholeness. So I really want to take this time to get intimate with the darkness, what that means within the self, what that means in the environment and Ayurveda and the seasons. We just entered the darkest time of the year with the darkest nights, the longest nights, and we're in this winter season, and it's the perfect medicine for the balance of the cycles of life to live and thrive. Here is something that I recently wrote and shared. And so we celebrate the winter solstice, the longest, darkest night of the year, marking a significant turning point. Nature is going deep into the earth to rest and restore, finding the perfect environment within the dark and quiet soil to replenish and cultivate what is needed to transform with the coming light. We too are called to do the same, turning inward in deep reflection and connecting with our inner power to align with the sacred and transformative time. The darkness is the perfect medicine to connect to stillness in the ground of being, where everything arises from. When we are in the light with eyes open, we have an attachment to what is thought and seen. However, allowing the moment to come to us in the darkness offers insight and new perspective, not bound by fear of the unknown. It is the ground where new seeds are planted, and letting go to what will germinate in the springtime. Taking this time to rest and reflect, tuning into the vast darkness, the unknown, where we greet our soul's yearning with deep reverence. Allow this time to slowly build new energy and inspiration for the coming year. Be patient and compassionate with the natural cycles of nature. Remember, your inner light never dims and is always with you. Thank you. I just really wanted to share that piece. Now, connecting to Ayurveda, Ayurveda always looks to nature to guide us and to align us with the higher intelligence that is brilliantly orchestrated to create everything that we experience here on this earth. It has provided us with all the food and all the light and the darkness, and it's provided us with these beautiful different terrains and resources, and we give our deep thanks and our deep honoring to this earth. And so when we tune into what the earth around us is doing, she is guiding us with her absolute brilliance. And because we are human, we have these wild, fascinating minds that always want to create something new, and we override so much of the natural movement in this lifetime. So when we look at Ayurveda and we look at what's going on in nature, nature is experiencing these different cycles throughout the year to rest and restore, to replenish, to plant new seeds for rebirth and new beginnings, to the height of the sunshine, to the letting go of the leaves, to the diving back into the soil. And we too are of that frequency, of that vibrant energy that goes through these cycles. So when we really recognize that the earth around us, in some areas, it looks different. They have more sunshine. Here in Tahoe, we happen to have rain and snow and freezing temperatures. So it really helps to tune us into that even more so. But there's this internal awareness and this internal guidance for us in the northern hemisphere to go inward during the winter time. And it's a challenging time. There's a whole sequence of holidays and family gatherings and stressors, and really having to slow down, and that we want to override that because we get so used to our energy and our output because we have to, because the summertime, we love the sunshine, and yes, we love to dance in the glory of the light. But the darkness, welcoming the darkness, is there to really bring balance, to rest, renew, and restore, to replenish our depths, to have us really turn inward and quiet and drop into that stillness and the ground of being in that earth. You know, when you think about what the plants are doing, no energy is out to their limbs, to their blossoms, to their leaves. They are all deep in the roots, in the soil, and the soil is full of nutrients. It's full of everything that they pull up from to be able to rebirth in the new beginning of the spring and then be in the full radiant sunshine in the summer. So we too get to go into our roots. We get to go and cleanse and purify and restore and really reflect on this time of darkness and welcome in what it has to teach us and welcome in what we are like. How are we retracting from it? How are we resisting dropping into the darkness? What are we afraid of in there? What is in that quiet stillness that will always be there until we turn towards it? So in the depth of the darkness is things that we have denied, rejected, uncomfortable. Somebody at some point in our life told us that was not okay. It's karma we've come in with. And so it if we don't face it, regardless, it will run our life. It still is just threaded through our experiences, our thoughts, our emotions. So, this time in the winter is really allowing us to go inward and slow down and hold ourselves with deep compassion and really start to explore and investigate what is in our depth. What do we pull up all of our essence, all of our thoughts and inspiration and creativity and movement throughout the year is from that soil, is from that nutrients, and that is in the darkness, and that is what this winter solstice, the winter season, is deeply reflective of. Let's explore some of the qualities of the darkness. We were always raised with, the boogity man or like what's in the darkness, and we got taught to be afraid of the darkness. That was from very early on in life. And now we have lights on during the darkness. We can stay up during the darkness, but the darkness holds the keys to unlock our our whole being, because we need the light and the dark, just like the dualities that exist. They are one and the same. And so it's easy to want to hang out in the light and the glory and the sunshine and the brilliance, but the darkness has so much to teach us. And I know for myself, with my healing karmic journey that the most potent times have been the darkest, most challenging, most horrific times that I have gone through, and they have given me more access to life and to energy and to joy and to love in a way that I didn't have access to hanging out in the light. So diving into the darkness really helps to reclaim our wholeness. We can't deny that there is these parts of life. There is the yin and the yang. There is the moon and the sun. There is the light and the dark. So when we welcome the darkness, we get to dance with our whole being. And I guarantee you, the things that we think we're afraid of, how loud that fear can get is so much more harsh than the courage and the boldness that we have to walk into those dark layers of our soul and really become intimate with what is there. And that will liberate your self, your soul, your thoughts, and give you access to a freedom that you never imagined. Now let's explore some of the practices to support this intimate dive into the darkness. So, meditation, breath work, yoga are always at the foundation of a daily spiritual practice. And they really help facilitate this going inward and purification and cleansing of our body, mind, and soul. They help to clear out the thoughts of the mind and just really help to bring us into our bodies and then also into what is greater than these bodies, that is in this expansive, unlimited space of the soul. And so having these daily practices are always going to support the traveling inward and really tuning into the present moment awareness and really allowing the system to unravel the places that are stagnant and stuck and locked into these old paradigms and patterns. So, purification through meditation, yoga, and breath work are going to support this exploration of your inner you. Taking time to journal and get really intimate with our inner voice. It is a place where we can be free to express ourselves that is only for us with zero judgment. And that just allows us to explore our inner terrain, our thoughts, and just kind of track what is going on and get intimate. So it can become this friend that we have, that we get to just drop in and be so intimate and expose ourselves in these deeper layers. Other practices are going out into nature, spending time connecting so we can really be infused and immersed in what the medicine of nature is offering, what it is doing. Breathing in that fresh prana is going to help purify the body and the soul. And then also our food, so we can really align with this, it's cold, it's dark, so we want these yummy stews and roasted vegetables and soups and really this nourishing food. So warm cooked foods. We can sip ginger tea throughout the day, so warm teas, and cuddle up and get cozy and really just feel this whole time and what it has to offer, and allowing the body to rest and restore. Thank you for joining me on Liberate Your Life podcast, episode 23, Welcoming the Darkness. You can connect with me on Instagram at melindareese.co or Tahoe Ayurveda, or head over to my website, melindareese.com, and check out my online programs or sign up for your free discovery call and explore how our work can help transform your life.